Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Sea. Where we left off last time, we were on our way to Rosegate, to the first of the underwater sea areas. We are going to try to find this woman's husband and make our bid for immortality. In a slight follow-up to my last video of what my dog was eating, that sounded clicky and weird and not good for him, he was eating his own foot. Not in a grotesque way like he was eating the flesh off of it, he was chewing his own foot for some indiscernible reason, and he looked incredibly guilty when I caught him doing so. So there you go. There's an update. Let's check into Rosegate. Maybe your husband's there. Maybe this will be a really easy 2-second quest. Not likely. Usually they're not that easy, but we'll see. What do we have in Rosegate? Well, we know he's not here, I guess. Maybe he wasn't even supposed to be here. Can we do anything for the creation of a cigar yet? No, we don't have any of the things for that. We could sample a cigar, but no. We'll grab a port report, though. And we can buy fuel, but it's quite expensive, so we're not going to do that either. Alright, we're leaving. We're going back to the surface. There's more fun monsters to shoot up there, usually. There are some underwater monsters, that is true. And they usually hit very hard. But again, we need a forward gun for that. What towns do we need to go to? Let's take a look. That's probably the better way of doing this. Ambition. Lytton, Igel, Anth, Dahut, Hideaway, Nook, Scrimshander, and Rack. I know where several of those are. What's the next closest one to here, though? Igel, probably. It wasn't Gant Pole, so there's none there. Hideaway's up there. I can't remember which one's underneath the Ragged Crow, but one of them. Nook is there. Why do I remember there being one somewhere around here? Maybe the Gant Pole is Rack? Anyways, let's go to Igel first. It's close-ish. And also we should watch our fuel and supplies. They're getting a little lower. And we don't... Actually, let's go up to Khan's Shadow. It'll take 2 seconds to go there, and we'll pick up some supplies. And then we'll head over to Igel. Maybe I can pick up some honey there, too. Where do I get honey? I think it's... not Nuncio. Visage is... No, Visage is not the right place. Wisdom. No, Visage is Wisdom. No, Visage isn't Wisdom. Which one has the stupid prison on it? Seal Lilies, I think. Yeah, we have to go there. We need to get some honey so we can get some more of those mushrooms. So we can put them in other ports. We're supposed to just implement them in ports, apparently, to get a color. Or a chess piece. One of the two. It's always one of the two. Khan's Shadow. What a lovely little town. It's made up of boats. Several boats. Right, we can buy Stygian Ivory here. That's always good. Creative Human Souls, we don't really need those. Supplies are a little more expensive here than they were at the other place, but that's okay. Can we sell things? We have lots of things to... well, we don't have lots of things. We have several things to sell. We can sell artifacts, but we're not going to do that. We can sell Captivating Treasures for $1,000 a piece. We still have lots of money. If we ever get in dire straits, we'll sell those treasures. I think you can give them to somebody or use them for trading for more than that. I just don't remember exactly where. I know I've seen it around while we were traveling, but I just can't recall. Regardless, if we start to run low on money, we can at least sell those for $1,000 a piece, which will fund our expeditions for a fairly long while. Did I grab a port report while I was there? Probably not, because I wasn't paying attention. Do we go back? We've come too far. We'll worry about it later. I'm sure we'll head back that way anyways on our way back to London, so... maybe not, though. I mean, if we go up north, maybe we won't go back that way. It doesn't matter. It's not that important. The Melting Isles, where are they? Do I need to go stop there? Okay, we'll go Igel, Melting Isles, I should say, and then we'll go over to the Gaunt Pole. Yeah. Yeah. That sounds like a pretty good plan. Not quite there yet. Although we can go underwater, I guess. Go the last of the distance underwater. I hope he's at Igel. That'd be nice and easy. We wouldn't have to go all across the world looking for him. So the sonar is automatic. You can turn it off automatic if you want, but there's no reason not to. Igel is a place that has been just utterly destroyed. Bloop. And something aggroed us. Igel. Wow, our ambition quality gives us 10% chance. That's great. I'm sure it gets easier as we go, but damn. I guess we did not get it. He has not, or at least you can cross this port off your list onto the next. Check your journal and be reminded where Lytton might be. Let's get a port report. Let's observe the first mate with a pilgrim. Crewmates abandoned. The man is grim and short-spoken. The first mate takes him below. Attendant set his hands on the bare face of Egil. He closes his eyes. In time he whimpers. Now and then he sings snatches of a drowny tune. He refuses to take a rest afterwards, but he gets back into his submarine and floats off. The first mate descends to the engine room. We got 20 fragments for that. Can we do this? Oh no, this is that thing we didn't want to do yet. Okay, we're leaving. There's a lot of skill checks involved with finding that thing, and we didn't do so well last time we started doing them. We gained just slews of terror, I think it was. Too much terror. Too much terror to survive at any meaningful rate. Alright, Melting Isles and then over to Gaunt Pole. I'm actually gonna turn up the game music just a tiny bit. There we go. It's still at negative 25 decibels, that's really low. Let's go up to there. Alright, that looks better. Maybe that's too high. There, that's better. Fixed. On the fly editing, look at that. Not really editing. On the fly changes? Adaptation? Yeah, something like that. This is the college, right? The Mangrove College. This is a decrepit, crappy little cottage. Cottage. Well, it is sort of 3 cottages, calling itself a college. But we will grab... Oh, we can pick up a passenger here. Fair enough. The Mangrove College is named for its scholars and philosophers. They have long abandoned civilized comforts for the life of the island, and sometimes they want those civilized comforts back. Take them. We now have one shady sort. He wants to go to Guider's Moor, and he's not in a hurry, but he might stay below decks. He doesn't carry the fee on him. I'll have to trust him to pay me when we arrive. I don't trust him. But, port report. We could try to gather some supplies. Why not? Your crew strips a stretch of shoreline bare. It'll have burgeoned again by next week, no doubt. 6 supplies is actually quite a lot of money of supplies. What does this do? If we use some of our fragments, we'll gain a secret. The scholars of the college are eager for lore. They'll help you put the pieces together. Let's do it. We lost some memories of distant shores. Perfectly fine, we had 1 million of them. And we lost a small amount of fragments, but gained another level, technically. Port report. We don't have any blemigans to put ashore, but this is one of the places that you're allowed to drop them off. And that's it for here, I think. Alright, now we're gonna go to the other place. Gaunt Pillar? Yeah. Pole, not pillar. That was close. Whee! Melting Isles are melting away from our sight as we travel further on our adventure towards immortality. To quote a certain Brad Pitt Achilles, look to the horizon. It's immortality. Take it. It's yours. No, wait. Let's look what's beyond that beach. Immortality, take it's yours. Whatever. From Troy. Paraphrased, not quoted. So sue me. Where is Yazarif? What a lovely looking reef. I would actually love to go... Okay. Tentatively, I would love to go scuba diving in the Sunless Z. Realistically, I would not want to, but there would be some damn cool things beneath the sea here. I don't think... Maybe Gunpole was on the list, I can't remember. It's a big place, so I'm hoping it will be one of the places he could be. If it's not, we'll go to the next place, no big deal, but there might be something for us to do here. We may as well take a look. At least, at the very least, we should grab a port report. The submarine surfaces in a pocket of air in the middle of the giant stone heart. You are not the only new arrival. A midnight whale lies mortally wounded on a small beach of bone and blubber, moaning softly. An elderly woman in ragged red robes is carving its flesh, attended by a few disciples. Let's approach the woman in red. A demonstration of harospicy. Harospicy? I don't know. The art of divination through entrails, not the most pleasant or reliable way of seeing the future, especially with the organs in question still warm and oozing as she plucks them from the great beast. Whatever she is looking for, the focus it demands exhausts her. A sudden sound, rumbling from the tunnels, the ventricles, the sound of a stampede, a cry of "Protect the mistress" as a flood of naked old men and women wielding primitive bone harpoons charges towards the whale. Old sailors, fixated on one goal, feast on the Z-flesh, whether the Harrowspex is finished or not. I'm gonna defend the fading Harrowspex. Harrowspex? I don't know. These sailors look old enough to collapse at a slight breeze, a rancid rout. You straight into the melee. The Harrowspex and her disciples are outnumbered, but your contribution to the fray is worth at least 10 of the elderly attackers. Their harpoons barely leave a scratch. Wrenching one from the nearest attacker, you easily hold the geriatric horde back with little but pointed gestures. The Harrowspex returns to her work. From the corner of your eye, you can see a little of the method behind it. Just a little, but enough to see the traces of a pattern in the grooves of a small ivory slate. Beneath the waves, 2 cities live. They grow. They hunger. She frowns, unsatisfied. The whale moans its last as she finishes up. Her work done, she thanks you with a nod, and has her people allow the old sailors to approach the slowly cooling carcass. Hunt the ladies, behemothstishes, beloveds, or Trisk elegants to bring more beasts to the gaunt pole. Well, let's get a port report. First of all, we will cut some flesh for the Chelinet. The carcass of the last beast to expire in this place still has plenty of meat hanging from its bones. We now have a barrel of rancid flesh. Gross. Speak with the fading Harrowspex. She sits in a ghoulish tent made of the bone and hide of long-dead beasts, saving her energy for the next great behemoth to reach its grisly end. She sits with her eyes closed. A pair of disciples are wielding damp sponges, doing their best to moisten her cracked, bone-dry skin. Her fingernails have not been cut in decades. They rattle as she beckons you forward. Ew. Well, we can give her one news. Bring recent news to the fading Harrowspex. It may add context to her divinations. I am learning the ways of Harrowspicy. Harrowspicy? Harrowspicy? I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I'm learning it nonetheless. She listens intently to the latest gossip and scandal. How I miss them. Thank you. That makes many things clearer, and other things so much more confused. Let me show you some more of my art. I suspect it will have the same effect. We can ask about previous visitors. Why not? It has been so long. The last who came here without being drawn? Long ago. Time enough that these nails were short and this face still held some beauty. Oh, spare me the sympathetic murmurings. I see the present better than the future, like any other. But where was I? Yes, the Presbyterian princess was the last to find me. She came from the city on the mountain to ask the fate of an uprising. Not that of the 7 who fell, but the 7 who would follow. Would the pain be worth it, she asked? And that part, I could not answer. What do you see in the bodies of the dead? The nearly dead, she corrects. There is nothing to be predicted from meat but the quality of one's dinner. A wheezing laugh escapes her lungs. In Babylon, the quivering livers of 100 sheep showed us the fate of the first. In Rome, had Caesar only asked the right question. It is the life that leads to answers, not the meat. Down here, centuries of life, So many secrets, but the great beasts of the sea pass on so rarely. I cannot hold out much longer in the hope of finding what I seek. So we have to hunt those things for her, still. Ask about the traveler. This must be the person the sixth witness meant for you to find. A matter for later. The fading haruspex shakes her head. I have seen nothing of this, but nor have I asked. If I have it in me, once I have my answer, I will attempt the divination. Alright. So we need to give her more news or beasts to up her gain. How does she have... We could buy Stygian ivory for Tales of Terror. Interesting. We could sell live specimens for 7 strange catches. Wait. And then we can just go swap them back up? Sold. I'll take it. That's amazing. I can go right back to Utter's room and pick up another 7 more live specimens then. Anywho, we're gonna pick up some fuel. Important. We don't have any frickin' prisoners honey to buy any carboy of primordial shrieks. How many Tale of Terrors do we have? We only have 12. Okay, that's not that many. I guess we're leaving. And actually, we're done our video for now. Oh, there's something here. Let's go take a look. We're gonna aim sort of against the current so we can get through sort of in a straightish line. There is definitely something here, though. A crab carcass. We can harvest meat for supplies, which is chancy, but we'll give it a shot anyways. We lost a crew. Whoops. You lead a small complement of your crew out into the gloom. You work swiftly, shattering the claw and twisting the white meat from underneath. As your crew set the shell with hammers, one crewman raps out an alarm. The exposed flesh squirms. It explodes with worms. They curl around the crewman. A fresh carcass joins the old. It happens. Oh, there's something else here too. Hang on. There's several things around here. See, these are the things you guys miss out on. How do I guess I'll just hop into the stream? Oh man, it's taking me. What is it? I don't know, I made a thing. Oh, an eruption of the violent. The colors of perilous understanding. Terror +5, but fragments plus a lot. Oh no, we're leaving. We're getting up. That is a tough ship. I only know because I've run into it once before and nearly got killed. It was a bad thing. See? Yeah, oh damn it, I hit the button. Alright, we are going to end the video here. I'm going to hop back to the surface. We'll go to the Chelinet, which is literally right there. And then we'll turn in that other place, or that other thing we got. But the important thing is that we don't fight the submarine here yet. We will soon, trust me, we will fight it once we have a forward gun. That's pretty much the prerequisite to fighting these big, scary hit point monsters. Need more guns. Anyways, like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.